There wasn't a whole lot of work yesterday.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Look at that hole open up. Oh, Ziska's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes free. He fires. Same play. Conklin with the slam on his hand.
The Williston Coyotes make the quick journey east along Highway 2 right in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium tonight for WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network. Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive-through oil change service. Take about 15 minutes at any of their locations in Minot or Bismarck. Also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. From high above Magic City Campus Gymnasium, alongside Melissa Spelchin, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for tonight's matchup. Well, it's two records that right now don't necessarily look the best. Williston at 2-6, Minot at 3-5, but the records that really do matter at this point in the year, conference play. Williston 1-1 coming off a dramatic win over Watford City the other night, and Minot High off to a 2-0 start to this season. Seems they're looking pretty good, and especially in the early going of conference play.
Yeah, definitely Minot High wants to keep this conference record rolling. And honestly, you know, you mentioned the overall records. Teams usually want to get to 500. They just do. At least when I played, I always wanted to be at 500 or better. And so this match really matters for both teams to start gaining momentum to try to get to that 500 mark. But looking forward to an entertaining match tonight.
Let's take a look at what these teams did their last time out on the court. Minot, we saw them on the PSP Network against Minot North. It was a competitive match that Minot High took in 3 sets against the Sentinels. They then went on the road to Turtle Mountain and played some spectacular volleyball. They were led with some incredible individual performances against the Turtle Mountain Braves in a 3-0 win. And that's exactly what Minot High was planning on doing, and they did that. As for Williston, they had their hands full with the Watford City Wolves, a North Dakota rivalry out there. It went 4 sets, but those were 4 crazy-looking sets, as none were decided by more than 3 points. The final went 25-22 in favor of the Coyotes. So both teams coming off a win, playing off of some momentum, and they're also teams that have been developing. There's players that have been getting a lot of varsity minutes, I guess you could say, varsity time. 2 teams that seem to be peaking at the right time a little bit.
Yeah, and early in the season, you really are just trying to figure out the nuts and bolts of your team. What I like about what you just said with the Williston-Watford City matchup is that Williston pulled out a win that was pretty much each set was intense. And so they might be a little bit more tested late in sets than Minot High. If I recall last week against Minot North, there was maybe 1 set where Minot High had to push a little bit. So Williston has a little edge there. But looking forward to see how these teams match up against each other, especially for me on the front row.
We'll break that down more as part of our Valve Maintenance and Oil Change pregame show. We'll also get into the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. We're just getting started from Minot tonight. It's WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on, Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Should be a good one tonight between Williston and Minot. Minot High, with their 2-0 record, currently tied for first in the West Region standings. We take a look at where things stand after the first week, coming up later on in the Valve Maintenance and Oil Change pregame show, or later on in the match today. But right now it's time for the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game, with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than with Northern Plains. Find them online at northernplains.com. PostGame.com. You know, I've done a lot of games over the past couple of weeks. Seem like I'm saying kind of the same things for these keys to the game. Thought about getting a little bit creative today. We'll start with Minot, really. Their early season schedule has been set up for a good start, kind of easier way into WDA play, but there's no such thing as an easy win or a given win at all in the West region. So their goal right now is just to stay on track in the first 2 weeks of the season and hammer just the little things. What are those little things that can set you up on a good path to success?
Yeah, and before I talk about those little things, I loved what Coach Gertson said to you last week about facing each team in that match one at a time. Loved that. I think that's awesome. So, like, they took care of Turtle Mountain. Here they are. They have Williston. The keys to the game, the basic keys, honestly, Owen, are serve receive. A lot of broadcasters don't talk about serve receive, but really for me, it is the start of the offense. And if you don't have a very good pass to your setter, you can't distribute your offense. I think that aggressive serving and aggressive front row attacks for Minot High is going to be critical in this match. Serving seems to be something that they are quite good at, and they can put Van Williston on the defensive. I think touches on blocks or actual blocks are going to be important, because really there's no denying that the most experienced player out here tonight is Maddie Collins on the Williston side. And so Minot High is going to have to figure out a way to slow down her attack. And so that's what I think about Minot High. I don't know what you asked the Williston coach. What did they have to say about their keys?
Williston, well, they're feeding off the success of that Watford City matchup, but for Williston, it's going back into the history books and kind of deleting all of that. Minot has dominated this series recently, but it was Williston in the regular season last year that got the last laugh. They would, of course, meet up in the state qualifier match with Minot High winning it over Williston. Or sorry, that was in the consolation round over Williston, giving them a chance at state. But again, Williston, they've shown they can beat this Minot High team in 3 straight sets. It's about putting away the past and looking at your team right now and saying, we can definitely hang with this Majets team.
Yeah, and absolutely for me, what I already mentioned was the experience of Maddie Collins. She's by far probably the brightest star on the stat sheet for both teams, and so she's got to put the team on her back and say, forget the past, it doesn't matter. You're my team, I want to win, let's go out there and win. I think a middle attack is going to be important for Williston, so that they can free up Maddie on the outside to have solo blocks and really put the pressure on the Minot High block, which I said is going to be a key to their match, is getting touches or blocks on the Williston offense. And then for me, always as a setter, the setting play has to be good. It has to be good if your passes are great, it has to be good if your passes are subpar, and it has to be pretty darn good even if your passes are shanked. Okay, so I think the setting play is going to be critical to this match, and really who I think will come out as with the win will be setting play.
We already talked about quite the individual for Williston and Maddie Collins. How about for Minot High? We had a MVP of last match, Mackenzie Duffner, set up a lot of great plays for Minot High teammates, but the current leader really on the offensive side is Jada Shaw with an impressive 13 kills. I feel like we didn't talk enough about Jada in that Minot North match, because she's been playing great to start the season.
Yeah, and what I did talk about is that she's just this happy-go-lucky kid that really just enjoys being out there and is a positive leader, and that goes such a far distance, especially when you're leading in certain categories, like offensively. So I look for her to have a huge match to kind of essentially spark her team, especially if her team isn't playing well. Look to Jada to try to spark it and turn the momentum around.
We'll come back with the final few moments of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We've also got starting lineups and, of course, first serve coming your way on the PSP Network.
getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go. The team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
From the 26-yard line, nearing the Serve Pro red zone are the Demons already. Handoff, Hankey dances in the hole. Now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Hankey, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
One final reminder, this has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Don't waste your time or their own at a 15-minute Valvoline Instant Oil Change service in either Minot or Bismarck. You can also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. Well, let's take a look at where things stand in the West Region standings coming into week 2 now of conference play. And of course, Bismarck Century at the top, 2-0 with a 6-2 overall record. Bismarck, Dickinson, and Minot, the only other unbeaten teams. Not many have made it through the first week unscathed like the 2 teams from Bismarck plus Dickinson and Minot. Williston is in the middle group of 1-1 teams, along with Jamestown, Legacy, and Watford City. St. Mary's, Mandan, Turtle Mountain, and Minot North both 0-2, but there's some good winless teams right now in the standings. It's still early on. Who are your... We didn't really talk about season predictions last time around. Let's do it now. What are some teams to watch? Obviously, Century kind of in a league of their own right now, but some other teams to qualify. Who's your 4 going to state from the West? Put you on the spot.
Owen. Well, of course, as a resident of Minot for almost 30 years, I want to pick the Minot team.
Unbiased 4. Unbiased 4.
I will just say that out loud. You know, honestly, it's always kind of been a crapshoot when you go to the WDA. So for you to put me on the spot, here's the deal. Let me predict this when the beginning of October comes. So our first match that you and I call at the beginning of October, ask me that, and then I'll give you a better answer.
All right, here we go.
Really excited
the 4 best teams. 4 best.
Okay. I'm really excited for, honestly, the WDA to be in Minot.
Yes, and we'll have coverage of it.
Yes, which is fantastic. You and I get to hang out and I don't even know if I've ever gone to a WDA championship, so I'm kind of pumped to do that. I definitely, at the university, we had quite a few players, the amazing Lynn Kosted, Sarah Deutsch, that came from Minot High, and they would talk about these legendary WDA championships and then obviously state. So super excited for WDA to be in Minot, I think mid-November or second week, somewhere in there.
Right in the middle of November. It's going to be quite the week for us covering volleyball on the PSP Network. We've got the district tournament in Class B, and then the following Region 6 still. That'll go right into the WDA tournament. So there's going to be a lot of volleyball coming November, but there's still some important...
Planet Pizza every single day and chicken wings.
Yes.
That's what we're going to get.
A lot of fun matches then, but a lot of fun matches right now in the WDA, and one that's about to get going with first serve between Williston in the road black uniforms, Minot and the home whites. They didn't even say it on the air, but they were in alternates last time against Minot North, the military appreciation ones. So back in the regular, home whites are the Minot Majettes today. Head coach for the Williston Coyotes is Cassidy Przybilla, and for Minot it's Jesse Gertzen, both in their third year as the head coaches for these teams. They were previously assistants in the past, so these programs mean a lot to both coaches, and they're certainly driving these programs in the right direction.
Yeah, I would say both coaches really then, if they're in their third year, and I think they've had, somewhere in, again, the 500 or below records for the last 3 years. They both have something to prove, so I think this match means a lot to the coaches as well. See if that translates into better team play for their teams.
Making the final substitutions here before we can get things started. Starting lineups today for the Minot Majettes. It'll be Mackenzie Duffner, Sydney Aberly, Maya Bogdan, Leah Walter, Eve Knutson, and Jada Shaw for Minot High. Williston has Aubrey Noss on the front line, along with Chloe Stundall, Allison Wilcox. The libero today is Micaiah Klumker. And also have Maddie Collings, the player to watch. And finishing out the starting six is Sloan Olson, the setter in the junior class.
And Collings is starting in position 6 back row or middle back row. Look for her to get a back row attack right out of the chute here.
Subbing in for Minot High is their libero, Reagan Terrell. She wears number 1, a senior for Minot. It'll be the Majettes serving first. Mackenzie Duffner, one of the top servers on the team, right over the net, and we are underway with high school volleyball on the PSP network tonight. Ball stays in. First point to the Coyotes.
Tough ball. I was rolling. I think for Minot High defensively, early on you should be going for balls that are anywhere near close.
Sophia Suki checks in after that first point for Williston. It's a Williston team that was swinging and not really missing against Watford City last week. En route to that first WDA win. That is perfectly placed in the near side back corner, and it's Suki right off the bench scoring the point for Williston.
Nice offensive attack by Williston. Right now, seeing just early on, Minot High's kind of looking at somebody else to play the ball, so hopefully they get more aggressive on defense.
Just be a pass over from Minot High. Chance for a big play there for Williston, but it kind of got off course as Stundall hits that one right into the net. And the Majettes are on the BNC National Bank scoreboard with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. You can also find them online at bnc.bank. Jada Shaw serving for Minot. Quick clarification here between the ump official and a Williston player about something. Any idea what that could be?
Maybe talking too much to the referee. Which I was notorious for. So maybe Linda, Hall of Fame referee Linda Birch is calming everybody down to start. Just a side note here quick, Everett Deshaw, the freshman from Minot High, subbed in from the front row to hit in the power position.
Deshaw, very talented freshman on the front row for Minot High. Won't get it there. Terrell takes it away. Overpass to the Coyotes. Near side, it's Stundall. That will just find its way across the yellow line, and we're even at 2.
Yeah, that ball just floated a little bit on Stundall for Williston. Jada Shaw back to serve again.
Jump serving to the Coyotes. Right in the middle, it's Aubrey Noss.
And if you recall, I said middle attack's going to be kind of critical for Williston. Great pass by Collings. Nice set by Wilcox and a finish by Noss for Williston.
Noss just her 3rd kill on the season.
Collings is now in the front row, Owen.
Williston's been ahead most of the match. It was tied once at 2-2. Currently 3-2 in favor of the Coyotes. Set up for Suki to the back row and drops. Terrell tried leaping for it, and looks like that was Shaw who was unable to get there in time.
Yeah, appreciate the effort on the Minot High side. Honestly, great job by Suki because that ball was set way behind her. She went up and got it and placed it really nicely in position 5. Missed serve.
Serve right into the net from Carly Jacobson.
I'd like to see Minot High be more aggressive defensively, and also they're struggling a little bit on serve receive right now, so they haven't been able to run an offense at all in the 7 points that have been served or scored.
Service error from the Coyotes, followed by a service error from the Majets. Keeps Williston ahead 5-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Very early stages of today's match from Minot. Thank you for joining us on the PSP Network. Serve goes to Terrell. Set up. Near side, it's a big swing from Leah Walter, but the block set up right there from the Coyotes.
Collings involved in that.
Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay at the very end of it, but got the important part, the block.
Yeah, and I'm just, if these stats are accurate here, Owen, that you gave me, so for this Watford City match, she had 30 kills.
No, it's only for conference play. She had 20 kills against Watford City.
That's still pretty good for a four-set match, yeah.
Yeah, 20 kills.
Yeah, she's getting the ball probably average of all the Williston attacks at least once every 3 times. Yep, nice job. Nice set.
Go to Suki again. She's been good. And we'll get the point for Williston, as it looks like Minot may have been in the net.
Yeah, net violation.
How about the early start for Sophia Suki today?
Yeah, she's getting the ball quite a bit, and she did a nice job in the front row for 3 positions.
Suki, a senior. Where's number 8 for Williston? And is
nice
now
pass.
subbed off. DeShaw off the hand and into the net. Williston building their largest lead now of set 1. It's 8-4. Duffner up to Aberly. That'll count as a kill.
Yeah, that was a nice play there. Inside shoot to Aberly from Duffner after the pass by Terrell. So good pass by her. There seems to be a little bit of a lack of energy on the Minot High side, so I'm looking for them to get some sort of spark going here.
Keep it into the back
Maybe
row
right
are the Coyotes, and it's a pass out of bounds. It was Collings there, the last to touch it for Williston. Minot back within 2. They're going to need quite the run here to get back to even with the visiting squad from Williston. First time we've said Tennessee Lacey's name for Williston. Minot's going to win the point, but the Coyotes going well into their bench. I think almost everybody's seen the court already in the first 15 points.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Great dump kill there by Duffner. Kudos to Bogdan. She had a great serve and then also a great defensive pass. Another great serve by Bogdan. They should get a free ball here.
Yeah, the serve receive, like you were talking about, goes against Williston, and all of a sudden, Minot has made up 4 consecutive points. Bring it to 8-8.
Yeah, serve receive again. It's just such a critical part of the volleyball match.
Ogden serve this time collected cleanly for Williston, gives him a chance. Little tap kill over the net by Kaya Stundal. It works, and Williston still not relinquishing the lead as they go back up by 1.
I think there might have been just a bit of a collision there between Aberly and Couture, so hopefully Couture is all right.
High
Nice
ball
pass
to
by Terrell.
Duffner, and coming in was Shaw. But a good dig there from Collings. She can play everywhere on the court and play well. Another chance for Minot. Back row attack, but it's too strong from Bogdan.
Yeah, I'm noticing too on the power side for Williston, they're dumping balls right over the double block, essentially on the front part of position 1. So they must have a game plan here to go to that right side defense with balls.
Saw that Collings dig on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, and now a block by Minot. Can they turn it into points? A block set up by the Coyotes. It's back and forth. The ball barely even leaving the net. Second block from the Coyotes. Jada Shaw is not going to get this point, at least for now. Coyotes finally a chance to set up something, and Collings goes too far over the line, but Williston's defense playing a big part in playing out that rally.
Yeah, and there's Jada Shaw smiling after getting blocked twice. But she won that joust at the net for sure. She won the point. That's what matters.
Minot serving, trailing 9-10 in the first set of today's match. WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network. Stundal couldn't make up her mind there, and it falls short of the net, so we're even at 10 again. Minot has not had the lead, but
they have the momentum for sure right now, for sure. And with Jayla Hansen back to serve.
Pass from Klumker to Olsen. It's Chloe Stundal. That time it works for the junior outside hitter. Made the right adjustment.
Yeah, she did a nice job on a sharp cross-court shot there. Sharp cross-court deep shot. So nice job by Stundal. We've said her name a couple times.
And there are 2 of them, so we might hear a lot of Stundal today. That was Chloe Stundal.
Thanks for that note, Dylan. Nice job by Jada Shaw, powering through the Williston block.
Minot has tied it again at 11. You've been seeing Ryan Family Dealerships replays. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston, both featured today on the PSP Network. Their website is driveryan.com. An ace for Mackenzie Duffner, and Minot has their first lead of the match.
Yeah, and if you notice, they obviously went 6 rotations around here to get to this score of 12-11 for Minot High. Mackenzie Duffner back to serve.
Back-to-back for Duffner. Now 11 aces on the season for the junior.
Here's what's great about Mackenzie's serve, right? It is a float serve. It's a jump float serve. It looks like it's going to go out. Like when you're sitting there back there as a serve-receive passer, it looks like it's going to go out. And then it drops. And look, she just had another one. I mean, I think if the first pass is a shank, timeout by Williston, if the first pass is a shank and someone barely touches it, it's still a serving ace. So 3 in a row for Mackenzie Duffner with Minot High up 14-11.
Can we keep it rolling? We return from this timeout on the floor. 14-11 Minot High on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Minot High Majets leading 14-11 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They haven't had the lead for long, but they've had the lead the entire time Mackenzie Duffner has been at the service line. If you're with us for that Minot North contest, she was our MVP of the match and spoke about some off-season training she did in quite a faraway location.
Yeah, in Chicago. And really for setters, it's all about reps because you have to develop muscle memory for all the different sets you have to do all over the floor, no matter where the pass is. So good for Mackenzie that she's getting that training over and over and over so that she can be a more efficient setter.
Terrell goes diving underneath the net for that pass from Mackenzie Duffner. It goes out of bounds, and Williston has stopped the Minot rally at 4 points.
And that's what you want to do with a timeout. Got to say, so nice job by the coach, Coach Prizabilla. Get that right. But I can see a total energy shift for Minot High, so good for them that they figured it out after kind of the 10th point.
Cassidy Prizabilla, a former collegiate volleyball player and coach herself in the state of North Dakota. Duffner with the set to Eve Knutson. Tries to push that one all the way to the end line.
Yep.
Williston keeps it in play. Lightly hit by Collings. Ball for the Majets. Back and forth we go. One of the best volleys of the day so far. All those tip kills we've been talking about this season.
Oh, and you're learning. I love it.
Collings, that's not a tip kill. That one goes to the back row, and Terrell logged in.
Best rally of the match here.
Chasing it all the way to the scorer's table, but couldn't get that one over the net was Chloe Stundal, and that marathon of a point is won by Minot High.
Couple things to notice here. Duffner's got to get her sets up just a little bit because she got a couple sets that were low there for her offensive attack. And then Minot High has sucked up that spot that I said that Williston was focusing on, and the power defense for Minot High is playing that ball. So good job on them. Good job by Coach Gertson.
The net violation there against Williston as Everett DeShaw was going up for the attack. Increases Minot's lead to 16-12. Set 1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Near side Suki, that one into the block of Minot High and also into the net.
Oh, and I want you to watch the serve of Jada Shaw and then like kind of notice the difference between that and Mackenzie Duffner's. Do you see how it's rolling a little bit? And, you know, they're going to get a free ball here, Minot High, and then I'll tell you a little bit once the play is finished.
Terrell to Walter, you bet.
They've really found some holes, Minot High. But you know, when there's a little bit of spin, it's easier to be able to pass and notice if it's going to be in or out. For Duffner, she's almost got no spin on it, and that thing just floats and it floats in. Another free ball.
6-point lead now for the Majets. Knutson, dig there from Klumker. Out of bounds, last touch by Williston, and momentum has slipped away from the Coyotes, and they will call their second timeout of the set. None left for Coach Brzabilla, and Williston will be back in 60 on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships. I love working with people. We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Back to action here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium on the PSP Network. It's a serve out of bounds if you missed it from Jada Shaw.
So both timeouts for Williston. Coach Brzabilla did what she needed to do, which was get the ball back.
If only he had 25 timeouts.
Yeah, that's right. Nice pass by Terrell, Minot High.
None left for Williston, trailing by 6 and now trailing by 5. It's 14-19. The block put up from Williston. That's been one of the plays that's worked the most for WHS today.
Yeah, what I'm noticing for Williston is that they're forgetting the basics. They've had unforced errors. They're sending balls out. They got to keep the ball in play.
Leah Walter.
Tough to keep the ball in play when you hit the ball like that. I think Walter's going to have a big impact on this match. If you have some right side attacks, again, it also frees up the outside in the middle for Minot High.
Walter's senior outside hitter. At 5'10" on the roster. 20 points for Minot High, trying to add to it. There's the block again from the Coyotes. Put up by Collings and Noss. But the Majets able to recover from it. Now another ball for them. It'll be Walter. Pushes it to the corner. Kept up by Carly Jacobson. Terrell with a pass that goes over Minot High's bench.
Got to give Aberly credit. She didn't give up on a ball there. That should have been dead on the floor. So honestly, right now for me, Minot High's offense is a little predictable, right? They went to the back or to the right side a couple times here. Duffner has to spread that ball around.
Set up for Suki. That's number 3 in the first set for Sophia Suki. Makes this 20-16, and it might be a dumb question, but is it almost too late? Is it almost too late for Williston in this set? And when's go time for the Coyotes?
Absolutely not too late.
Deshaw will get that one over the net. Playable for Williston. It's Lacey. That'll drop on Minot's side. And the Coyotes have 3 in a row to get within 3. Another timeout in set number 1, this time called for Minot High. It's a good time to remind you today's broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. Also, Magic Towing. Remember their phone number is 701-509-4011. Whenever you need a tow, call Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. So let's go over the last part of set number 1 for Williston. What's their focus here in the final few points?
Keep the ball in play. And honestly, get some touches on blocks and frustrate Minot High's offense. Right now, I got to see Minot High distribute the ball properly to the right hitter in the front row for the best opportunity for a kill. And on it, and really, stay away from Collings. which means you got to go to the middle or to the outside.
Williston has found another option, though, in Sophia Suki today. 3 kills in set number 1 for the senior. Williston serving with their libero, Micaiah Klumpker. Leah Walter already hammered one earlier in the first set. This time it's kept up by the Coyotes, and they'll keep this run alive. Trailing 18-20 with Klumpker still serving.
And what I mean, honestly, about keep it away from Collings is don't set the right side because Collings is blocking over there. And she literally is the leader on all the things here. You just watch her. She's got such great technique.
Block there from Lacey and Suki.
Out of bounds. Point, Minot High. That was a critical point because you could almost, do you see the big momentum shifts in volleyball?
I'd say a 5-point run there from Williston was huge. They still trail by 3 now to the Majettes.
But they have the momentum.
Couture to serve. Set from Duffner to Deshaw, and Klumpker reached out and hit that one as it was traveling maybe over that yellow line, but can't take it back now. Minot leads 22-18.
Deshaw might have got lucky on that one, but hey, she'll take it, especially to go up 4 late in the set.
Again, back to the end line, but kept in by the Coyotes. And there's Maddie Collings, like we mentioned. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Checking to see where the block is on Minot Highs. Yeah, she just goes over top of it. Important with a big hitter to get touches.
Duffner tracks down that pass, and it just falls out of the reach of Everett Deshaw, right in the middle. It's the Coyotes. Free ball for Williston. Far side attack and out of bounds.
There's where Williston's got to keep the ball in play, right? Like that is a critical moment to keep the ball, just keep the ball in play because Minot High is struggling, right? So Minot High now with an opportunity to get set point here with Bogdan back at the line.
Pass into the net and just flipping it over the net was Sloan Olson. Once again on this Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
And we got to watch because she's back row. So we got to see if her hand was over the height of the net.
Can take a bit.
Because that's what Minot High's asking right now of official Linda Birch. It's hard to see from our vantage point, right? So what's happening here is, that's the question, is if her hand is over the height of the net, she can't do that. She cannot tip the ball over, okay? So she's got to be below the height of the net. And don't even ask me if it's the whole hand or whatever, and if any referee is listening, please send it to me. I don't know if it's the whole hand or half a hand or what.
Everly into the net. Williston again clawing back in set number 1. It's 21-23. They have Maddie Collings at the service line. Just 2 aces through 2 conference matches.
Oh, no.
That's going to be a service error and a crucial one for the Oats.
Yeah, definitely, because, again, you can tell Minot High is a little uneasy right now, but they have set point and up 3 points with Jayla Hansen back to try to grab set 1.
Williston was in a lot of competitive sets with Watford City their last time out. They're going to need quite the run here to come back against Minot, who again has 3 set points. Stundal, but it's dug out by Minot.
2 huge plays by Couture and 1 by Bogdan.
Overpass there for Williston, and a lack of communication will end set number 1. It was Lacey and Stundal both going after it, and Minot wins the point in the end. Williston with a great start to the match. However, it's Minot who takes the first game.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Set one goes to the Minot High Majets. It seemed there midway through that they figured out what Williston had going for them, and that's Collings, and that's the attack from Sophia Suki, and maybe the nerves calmed down a little bit as well for the Magi, and they were able to take set number one, 25-21. Is that what you saw?
I love that one. What I saw was better defense by Minot High, which then had more efficient offense. I mean, really, the set point was won by Couture. She was all over the floor, so awesome job by Nicole Couture on that. And so passing, defense, when it's more, I guess, crisp and more energy-filled and more accurate to the setter, you can run your offense better. But honestly, I feel like Williston kind of just quit in the middle of the set a little bit and started making funny plays, and I think funny plays that went out. And so I think when that happens, they really should just go to Collings all the time. Not gonna lie, like honestly, if I'm Wilcox, wherever Collings is, I'm giving her the ball. She is the senior, she's a stats leader, she knows what to do, and she'll keep the ball in play. So hopefully Williston figures that out. Otherwise, they kind of, I mean, they had a 10-7 lead. I think they had a pretty significant lead, yeah. So I think they have to figure out some basics and not make errors in the middle of the set and put more pressure on Minot High's defense.
Good time to remind you this broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Over 100 areas of study at Minot State. You'll earn the degree for the career you desire. BC to be heard BU and MSU. Allison Wilcox serving for Williston to kick off set number two. Crashing into each other are Walter and DeShaw trying to pick up that serve for Minot High. It'll be good ball for the Coyotes and a pass that goes into the scorer's table from Duffner, and Williston starts with the lead.
Yeah, and Wilcox, a sophomore setter, and she did a nice job distributing the ball. And again, I think it was more about the offense hitting balls out. So look for her to have a great set two.
Wilcox, a talented basketball player as well. Many of multi-sport athletes on the Williston team. Wilcox has served for 2 points now for Williston.
And they were up 2-0 in the first set.
Just going to say, similarly to set one, they started out with the lead. Aubrey Knox going to have to put that one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Just give it right back to Minot High out of the blue.
Obviously, serve receive needs to be an emphasis right now for Minot High for a side out.
Here it is very quickly. There we go. 3-0 Williston. Walter, she's blocked, but it lands on a Williston side. Walter has been the go-to target for Duffner today.
That is right. Terrell with the pass, Duffner with the assist, and Walter with the tip kill. An actual tip, not that whole tip push thing. I gotta call it something. Oh, net violation. Good effort though. Great effort by Williston. You had Stundle, Chloe Stundle, literally stepping over Wilcox to try to get to that ball. She couldn't stop her momentum into the net.
Here it is on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. A lot of effort, but maybe too much crashing into the net.
Coaches love that kind of effort, though, because that'll translate into points.
Another block from Williston. It's routinely been Aubrey Noss right there, the middle blocker. This time it'll go to Sophia Suki on the attack. Another kill for Sophia Suki. As Williston gets the point right back, stopping Minot at 2.
Yeah, and just powered through the Deshawn Knutson block there, so they have to seal that up definitely on their power side, or Williston's right side.
4-2 Coyotes. Duffner back to Walter. That one's passed underneath the net by Williston. And it's a side out for the Majettes.
Yep, great pass by Bogdan. Assist by Duffner to Walter for another kill.
Reagan Terrell does the serving for Minot High.
That should fire up Minot High. Block on Maddie Collins for Walter and Aberley.
Play worthy of the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. With specialized training and technology, nobody knows your vehicle better than the certified technicians at Ryan Family Dealerships. No matter what kind of vehicle you own, you can trust your repairs to Ryan. Even at 4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Ball still live here for Williston. Wilcox tried to sneak one over the net to Aberley. And the overpass was just short still.
I gotta give Aberley credit. Like, she's athletic. Like, she just flies around in that front row, and that's why she's used out of the middle, because she's quick. And she's quick with reflexes to get balls that typically don't get brought up.
Minot had to keep that one in play, went off the block, and they just couldn't track it down. So Williston now playing from behind, evens the score at 5. It'll be Micaiah Klumker serving. She was serving for a while there at the end of set number 1. That was a good rally for Williston. It just ended up being short in the first game. Near ace there from Klumker, but the Majettes are able to get that ball over the net. Suki too strong.
Yeah, and Klunker has done a nice job serving and also a really nice job on the defensive side. So give that libero credit for Williston. Nicole Couture back to serve for Minot High, leading 6-5.
Lisi. But somebody was in the net for Williston.
And a really nice pass on the Williston side by Carly Jacobson. I tell you what, for Allison Wilcox, it's so great when you get a nice pass as a setter. It's so great. And you don't have to move much, and you can literally feel what you're going to do and where you're going to put that perfect set. So nice job by Jacobson.
Said that wrong. Minot was in the net, giving Williston service back, but Sloan Olson will send that one right into the net and give the ball back to Minot High. Back and forth start to set number 2. Minot with a lead of 7-6 at the moment. Everett Deshaw with a jump serve. Kept up by Jacobson. Now Collins pushes it over the net to Terrell. Williston able to recover after that quick play from Kenzie Duffner.
Great defensive coverage by Terrell.
Deshaw from the back row. Pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah, that was a great job by the freshman there. I think she should get the ball a little bit more in the back row, maybe.
She'll stay serving after this Ryan Family Dealerships replay. It'll be a bit.
Great, again, great defensive coverage by Terrell on that block. Awesome job. Jada Shaw with the hops there.
So does that one count as a block, or is that just...
That's a block.
That's a block,
yeah,
all right.
Trust me, Jada Shaw at 5'5" is going to take that block.
Is that one just like an alley-oop and a slam dunk over the net? Service out of bounds by Minot.
And not necessarily always on the overpass. You know, I was a big fan as a setter, and being whatever I was, 5'8" on the program, I love to just go up and hammer that thing. Because, you know, as a setter, you don't set the ball much.
Maddie Collins, her second ace.
That was a bullet.
Match.
That was a bullet. Great, great serve.
And then a service error against Williston. Seen a few too many of those if you're Cassidy Prisabilla.
Yeah, and honestly, Collings has had a couple. So she's got to fix that part of her game.
Gives the ball back to Minot High. A 10-8 advantage in set 2. The Jets have not dropped a set in conference play this season. They're now 7 for 7.
I don't know.
On a Ryan Family Dealerships replay, 'cause here it comes.
Yeah, I don't think that went on the wrong side of the antenna. But it's Point Minot High anyways. Yeah, I don't think so. Nice dig there by Couture. Ooh.
Just out. Last touch by Jada Shaw of Minot High.
Great idea, though. I was just out. Oh, check that.
Instead of Lacey, it will be...
I don't know if we have her on the
we
roster.
can surely find it.
Thank you, Owen. Nice pass by Deshaw. Great play there by Minot High. Great pass by Deshaw. Assist by Duffner. Knutson with the kill on the inside shoot out of the middle. Nice job. That's really, for me, that was Minot High's best attack series off of a serve receive.
Kaylee Radke was serving for Williston. But the point goes to Minot High. It's short-lived for the Coyotes. Duffner into the net. 10-12 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Wilcox back to serve, and I'm noticing Williston's doing somewhat of a 6-2. So Wilcox with part of the setting duties.
Walter off the block and out of bounds.
Yeah, way to use the block, and that was Nas and Suki on the Williston block. So they just have to turn, I think it, yeah, and the coach is just saying that to Suki. She's got to turn her outside hand in so that that ball can go not off her hands, but into the rest of the court on the Minot High side.
Another point for the Magents and a timeout called by the Williston Coyotes. It's worked twice before. Williston has scored points off the timeout. Come back after 30 seconds and we'll have the answer to another one on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
It's time to go into the study session with Melissa Spelchin. What do you got?
Well, I texted 4 people and I got a couple responses in terms of that back row attack for the setter. It's really not where her hand is, it's where the ball is, okay? So the ball has to essentially be completely over the height of the net, not necessarily the hand. If it's contacted and the ball is above the height of the net, that's an illegal contact in a back row attack. So what referee Birch must have saw is that the ball was below that white part of the net and allowed that back row setter to tip it over. The issue that I have is if a back row setter is jumping, I don't know what the odds are that that ball is below the height of the net.
Block there from Minot High. That's going to be a new segment on our broadcast. We're going to learn a little bit more about volleyball as we go this season, culminating in that WDA volleyball tournament.
We have to come up with a cool name for it.
Yeah. Right,
Spelch quips about volleyball.
We're going to be learning about the inside shoot next time. Still got some more explaining to do on what exactly that is.
Yeah. Well, once one happens here, because I think it's a favorite of Minot High's Duffner, is to do an inside shoot with her middle player. But I'll show it to you when it comes.
Williston serving, trailing 11-16 in the second set. BNC National Bank scoreboard. Deshaw flies out of bounds. A lot of velocity, but that time lacked the accuracy.
Yeah, and I know I talked about this last week. I'd love to see the ball maybe get up a little higher for her so she has a little bit more ability to be athletic, especially as a young player.
High arching serve. And the response from Minot, high as a kill.
Yeah, Duffner and Knutson are on, which is a great combo for Minot High.
Searle puts it in play for Minot. Jacobson sets up for Collings, out of bounds. Over to the invisible student section of Minot High.
Are you showing it on? There you go. That's what camouflage does. Hides people. Nice play by Wilcox.
Minot High has gone up 19-12.
Do you remember when I said, like, in the middle of the set that Williston needs to tighten up and do basics better? I'm seeing a repeat of set one.
Maybe not where Collings wanted it, but still makes a play out of it. Leah Walter over the net to Williston's side. Jacobson, Wilcox, Suki blocked at the
Nice
net
block.
by Minot, but they are in the net to Shaw and Aberley.
Net violation, Minot High. Inside shoot. That was it. Okay.
Set.
Okay. So you just saw it.
Ryan
For
Bennett
a kill.
Dealerships replay coming up.
Okay. So typically for a middle hitter, you usually want them to come right in front of the setter. Okay. So that inside shoot, right, is essentially, if you look at that circle, the center circle, whatever you call it in basketball, right? It's on that far end of that circle. So it's to speed up so that the block doesn't get there, a double block doesn't get there, so that the middle hitter, one, it's hard to read for a middle blocker, but two, so the middle hitter will typically have only one block. And Aberley did a nice job. And look at her athleticism there.
Flies in
that
for the
was awesome.
block.
That's the move of the game for me right now.
Mark it down for our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show. The Serve Pro move of the game. One of the longest rallies of set two. It will end with a ball out of bounds from Aberley. Substitutions coming in for Williston, Olsen, and Kaya Stundal. Really in the same spot as set one was. Williston trailing 14-20 at the very end. It was 16-20 in the first game. That touched a Williston player, Sloan Olsen.
All right, you ready? That was called a slide.
We'll
So,
save
did you
that
see-
one. We'll save that one.
Aberley starts in the middle, but she gets the ball set behind Duffner, and she has to slide around to hit from the right side.
We'll have slow-mo video examples for Saturday when we break down some more volleyball plays. It's a big week of volleyball on the PSP network. Volleyball from Minot tonight, Bismarck on Thursday, and Minot again on Saturday afternoon when they take on the Dickinson Midgets.
DeShaw just had an ace serve.
And Tennessee Lacey has the kill. Favorite names of the season.
You do like that one. Tennessee Lacey. And that was a pretty powerful swing by her. I don't know why she's not getting the ball more.
Rarely been in the match, coming off the bench for Williston.
Nice swing by Shaw there. Great job on an off-the-net set.
Works through the block of Williston. A second timeout of the set called by the Coyotes. Trailing 15-23 in set two. Majets with service when we return on the PSP network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation of WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you by Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Try the Blue Buffalo or a plain cheese today at Planet Pizza. Call now 701-852-1700 to place your order. Serving the Magic City for over 25 years. It's Planet Pizza.
Don't laugh at me, but I'm looking up synonyms for tips. Spelchin's tips.
My, what a serve from Jayla Hansen.
I gotta say, honestly, one of the keys to this match thus far has been Minot High serving. It's been aggressive, and Williston's serve receive has struggled.
Serve Pro set point, 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. It's Serve Pro. That is marked in. Williston attacks Chloe Stundal.
Yeah, and a great serve receive pass by Micaiah Klumker on that play to start the Williston offense. Excellent job by her.
A lot of ground is still covered for Williston here in set 2, trailing by 8 and trailing 16-24. Overpass from Minot High, but it goes out of bounds off of Noss from Williston. Set 2 in the books. Minot High, 2-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Back with the third on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Great crowd in attendance here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium from Williston. It's honestly one of their shortest road trips of the year. Watford City is probably the closest. Minot might be second closest for those Williston folks. Definitely put in a lot of miles throughout the sports seasons in games in the WDA. Speaking of games in the West region tonight, how about around the conference today? You have Bismarck St. Mary's with not a very far road trip to Bismarck High. Mandan's across the river at Century. Legacy is in Jamestown. Minot North at Turtle Mountain. One of those teams will pick up their first win of the season in the WDA, and Watford City is at Dickinson.
Since you bring up trips, lots of credit to give out to bus drivers, who drive these teams and have, tons of responsibility in doing so. So thank you to all the bus drivers who give up a ton of their time to make sure that teams get to locations safely.
Minot High leading 2-0. They've taken care of business so far. What's maybe something they could work on here in set 3 to really put together a perfect game?
Transition from defense to offense. Right now, they're winning this match based off of their aggressive serving And when they're getting free balls, they're putting the ball down efficiently. I want to see them get more touches on blocks, play really solid defense, and transition that into amazing offense.
Getting all the substitutions cleared up here for Williston. It's a good time to remind you this broadcast on the PSP Network brought to you by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. They present the Player of the Week each week on the PSP Network social media platforms. That's at Network PSP on X or Facebook. You can head to those social medias to nominate a player or vote for this week's Player of the Week. Shields of Minot and Bismarck are proud to support the PSP Network's mission of promoting local athletes. Set 3 begins with Mackenzie Duffner at the service line for Minot High.
Nice pass by Collings.
They go to Chloe Stundall.
Great set there. Beautiful set by Duffner on that play. And then Knutson with the solo block. Nice job, Minot High. That was, I think, Duffner's best set she's made all night. That last one out to Shaw.
First time today, Minot has a 1-0 lead. They've been able to recover and take both sets so far. It's Williston 25-21 and 25-16. Stundall right into the net. 2-0 Minot. Coyotes have to find some energy still in the tank.
Energy, and just like, even if the set isn't great or off the net, and that ball wasn't terrible by the setter at all by any means. Ooh, that was close. That was close. You see how that ball drops? Bill?
I did, yeah.
That was really close. And Wilson's just got to keep balls in play. Do some roll shots, some tipping, some moving, some placement in spots that are unique, like deep corners. Keep the ball in play.
Shaw to Duffner, back to Jada Shaw.
Nice touch by Walter there.
Off
and that's
the
considered
ceiling.
out.
And out of bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's considered out right from the one time, right, Owen? Last week we had how many balls
trick shots
on the offensive or the defensive side? You can play a ball off the roof. If offensively the ball hits the roof first, that is out of bounds.
Few that's out on the very well-placed basketball hoops here on the
Free ball
volleyball
here.
court of Magic City Gymnasium. Knutson skies for the attack, but Noss able to get a hand on it.
New player in for Minot High, and she's going to get the ball right here.
It's a
Kinsley
Gilmore.
Gilmore, yeah, I just noticed that.
I think during the JV game, you pointed her out as a player that's really going to she's going to be the face of Minot High volleyball in a few years, just a sophomore.
I did, because she's already 5'11", and I'm like, I'm sure Coach Gertson is like, I need that height, and he's right.
Incredibly talented goalkeeper on the soccer pitch, now
cool.
becoming a great volleyball player as well, Kinsley Gilmore. Minot High leading 4-2.
I would say Leah Walter has, for me, has had at least one of the best matches I've seen her play in terms of kill efficiency. When she's getting the ball, she's getting kills. Great block there by Aberly, and Gilmore in the game.
Kinsley Gilmore might not be taken out of set 3.
Yeah, Walter's played well, and Aberly has just had some incredible athletic plays.
Goes around the antenna. And Williston has to save the wheels from falling off the bus here in set 3.
Yeah.
Trailing 6-2. Just a miss hit there from the Coyotes. It was Kaya Stundall. Terrell continues service for Minot High. The Collings.
Terrell does a nice job digging the ball that way.
Can the Coyotes get it over? Nope. Almost hit Coach Brisbilla.
So, you know how we kind of threw it out there? I threw it out to a couple of my friends about how to explain these learning tips that I want to do. So they like the idea of spelch-splaining, and I got to give some credit. I saw the Williston lineup, and there was an 8er in the lineup, and I'm like, well, I know every 8er there is. And sure enough, it was my good friend's niece. So shout out to Jamie 8er and and Kathy, who's Kathleen McCabe. That's their maiden names. I'm going to keep it that way because that's how I know them and will know them forever. But definitely awesome people that I met first year in college here in Minot.
Timeout taken by the Williston Coyotes here in set 3. We'll take a quick break and return with the rest of the match. Minot High leading 10-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. Serve just goes over the net. And things are just working that way for Minot High here in the third set.
Yeah, they have all the luck and all the momentum too. Look for, like, if I'm the coach, I'm talking to my high saying, get ready for the ball to come back and be efficient.
Well, and clears the net for Terrell, but again, passing that it's Williston out of their offense.
Inside shoot.
Amberly with the kill.
Inside shoot there, Owen. Great dig by Bogdan. Duffner, wonderful set. Aberley with the kill.
A lead of 10 points for the Majets. 12-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Set 3, Minot High. If they take this one, they take the match. Duffner high pass up to Gilmore, who's still on the court for Minot High after not playing any in the first 2 sets. Williston is able to stop Minot High there. Next
we'll
up,
see if Lacey gets the ball here in the front row.
Did have a kill her last time off the bench. Out of bounds, and Klumker did not touch it.
Just out of bounds. Yeah, they're definitely running that inside shoot quite a bit now.
Next up for Minot High, they will host Watford City on Thursday. We won't have coverage of that one on the PSP network. It should be another competitive one. Watford City, a team with 1 win and 1 loss. That loss came to Williston in a match that probably could have gone either way. And then Minot High will be back on the air on Saturday afternoon when they host Dickinson. I won't be on the call for that one.
You won't?
I will not, no. Calling the Minot State homecoming football game.
Oh, cool. I'm not. Oh, nice tip kill there by Walter. I'm not sure if I am either because I'm playing in a pickleball tournament.
Well,
so who knows who's doing it?
There'll be a camera
Nick
here.
Yeah. Nick, who's doing the game on Saturday? I'm going to try. Nice overpass kill by
Sydney Aberly. Once again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota.
Nice dig there by Terry. Beautiful play and great defense.
Cartwheeling
That's
is
good too
Aberly.
still.
4 touches there from Minot High. You're going to see this one.
Yeah,
on the Ryan Family
I
Dealerships
thought there might have
replay.
been touch, but that's hard. That's hard to see for referees. But excellent effort here by Couture, Terrell. Everybody was on the floor.
Aberly that pulls up the cartwheel there. 6-14. Coyotes serving. Minot High. Duffner. Williston was not tricked by that one. Already saw it earlier in the match. Aberly goes across court, flying out of bounds. And now Collings, she's blocked by Aberly. There's just really nothing Williston can do right now in the front row.
Yeah, I mean, right now for me, Aberly is the player of the game. She is all over the place. She was practically on the scorer's bench with Thor Nelson and Myrna Gaffman, and then she goes back in the middle of the floor and gets a block. Awesome job by Sydney, and really showing her quickness and her athleticism throughout the match. Free ball here for Minot High.
Jada Scholl Picked up by Klumker. Multiple Coyotes there flying out of bounds to get it.
Great hands by Couture.
Ball
Another,
around. There's Wilcox's ball, but she didn't have it. By the way, the first edition of the media rankings came out for volleyball.
Oh, okay.
Just this afternoon, actually this evening, as of 5:30 p.m. Only one team from the West is in the top 5 in Class A. It's Bismarck Century at number 4. They trail Fargo Shanley, Fargo South, and West Fargo Cheyenne. There's a timeout on the court, but we'll keep it here.
Right after a Deshaw serving ace.
Shanley, Fargo South, and West Fargo Cheyenne, the top 3 teams. Century again at 4. West Fargo Horace is at number 5. And Dickinson, Fargo Davies, Jamestown, and Bismarck also receiving votes. Dickinson, the team, they'll be in Minot on Saturday. There's some teams there that really could be vying. I think this is a pretty wide open year for state tournament, state champions. Obviously West Fargo Cheyenne, the reigning title holders in Class A, but Shanley, a team with big expectations this year. And of course West Fargo Horace continues to climb up the ranks in all the sports. And for the locals here, some Minot teams featured in the Class B top 10. South Prairie Max is number 1 in the kind of preseason poll. Our Redeemers down at number 10. And Bishop Ryan even receiving votes.
Oh, wow. Our Redeemers is at 10?
Yes. So we have quite the District 12 tournament to bring you later on this year if those rankings do hold.
Back to serve for Minot High, freshman Everett Deshaw. Nice swing by Deshaw in the back row.
It's that one over the net. Back to a Williston kill. It's Tennessee Lacey again, her second.
Yeah, nice job by Lacey. A little miscommunication there on the setter and the middle hitter. Aberley didn't come for that quick out of the middle, the traditional play that you make in the middle as a middle hitter.
Williston's got this back to a 9-point set. It's 8-17 with Collings at the service line.
Nice pass by Couture.
Off the block, can Williston keep this alive? No, it's going to end up well into the bleachers. Coyotes will host Minot North next Thursday.
Okay.
Williston actually won't play 2 games in the same week. Well, actually play 2 games next week, 1 match this week. So quite a bit of time off for Williston over 2 weeks now. Serve just goes over the net again for Minot High. Minot
yeah, they've
North,
had 2 of those this set. So Minot High is really clicking on the service line.
Minot North will be at Williston next Thursday.
Next Thursday, that's what that is?
Nope. This Thursday.
I thought it was this week. I actually talked to one of the Minot North parents today, so.
Can't read my own notes. This Thursday.
Great play there by Minot High. Awesome set by Duffner to Knutson. They've been clicking as well tonight.
This is Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Next Thursday, Williston will be at Legacy, and then they'll host Century in a double counter on September 24th.
It really has been a tale of serving for Minot High. I would bet at this point in a 3-set match here, they probably have 6 or 7 serving aces.
Lacey left-handed over the net.
Held ball there on the defensive dig. Huge lead by Minot High. Right now, what you want for Minot High is to finish strong. You don't want to let them in. You don't want to have any runs for Williston. If it is, it's 1 to 2 points. Nothing major.
Up for Jay DeShaw. That went off the block, did it not?
Yes, it is. Yep. Point Minot High.
Well, it'll be Duffner who started the match serving. She can end the match serving here with 3 Minot points. Wilcox with the set.
Ball.
Suki, and it just rolls off the net on Williston's side.
Yeah, net violation. That ball was super tight, so that was a tough ball for Suki to go get. You always get really nervous when that ball is like almost over the plane, and then you got a bunch of people jumping up. You just want to make sure that ankles are okay. A little extra juice on that serve by Duffner.
Set up to the near side for Chloe Stundahl. The assist to Allison Wilcox. To the start of the season, it was Sloan Olson who was the main setter for Williston,
Okay.
but it seems that Wilcox has kind of taken over that responsibility.
Yeah, they're running a 6-2, so what that means is that you have two setters that are involved, and that setter is always back row. So here's Sloan Olson setting some. Yeah. Nice block by Shaw and Knutson to get themselves to match point.
Serve Pro match point. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. It'll be Maya Bogdan serving for Minot High, up 24-10. Noss over the net to Terrell. Sent up by Duffner. Near side is Leah Walter. Leah Walter, a bunch of kills in the first two sets. Was quiet really in the third, but she will end the match right then and there. 25-10 goes the third set. We'll have the planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up next on the PSP Network after a Minot High sweep.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show after a Minot High 3-0 win over the Williston Coyotes. Today we'll start with the Sport Clips MVP of the match. It was chosen Sydney Aberle today. Sydney, it was a tough start. Williston kind of sent an early message to you guys in the first set, but you recovered and then ran away with set 3. Talk about the wave of emotion in this match today.
We just knew that, like, we're always just come out soft, like not as fast as we want, but then as soon as we get going, then we're going to put teams away, and we're excited for the rest of the season.
Sydney, your athleticism was on full display tonight. I mean, I watched you run a slide that actually the set was way off. Yeah. You were like practically on Thor Nelson's lap, and then you went in and you had a middle block. Okay, so talk a little bit about how you like to use your speed as a middle player.
I just love to get the ball and put it down. I mean, like, Matt gives me the ball and I just try to put it down. I don't try to tip much because it's probably not going to score as much, but yeah, on like my blocks, I love blocking, so I just want to get to every single one and put it down.
Yeah, and definitely for blocks, you know how important that is, and really like such a momentum shifter for your team when you get a solo or a double block. Okay, talk a little bit about the offense. So, like, I notice you don't run a whole lot out of the traditional middle.
Yeah, no.
You're running inside shoots, which I taught Owen about tonight. You're running slides. So, can you explain why that's happening? Like, are you asking for that, or is that a Coach Gertzen plan?
I like to run the C more because it pulls the block most of the time for like the right side. So when I can pull the block for them and they get set, then they're usually just one-on-one. And then I like the slide because it also pulls the block for the outside. So if I run the slide instead of a C, it will be pulled all the way out and they can't get there. And if I run a C, all they got to do is shift over a little bit. But
yeah, the C is that inside shoot?
Yeah, I just like to run the quicker offense. I ran a lot of ones last year, but they didn't really work that well, so I'm just adjusting. And then today, Jesse wanted me to run more C's when Mac was in the front row to pull the block for the outside, and it worked really well. So I'm excited to run those the rest of the season.
When I think it's important for you to use your speed.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about, like, I thought Walter, Knutson, and you played really well tonight. Now, you're only 3 rotation players.
Yeah.
So talk, like, what do you do when you're on the bench to stay warm and active in the match?
I just cheer on my teammates. I got to make sure I'm still engaged for when I go back out there, that I'm not just like, oh, what happened? Why am I not getting in the game? So I just keep cheering on my teammates whenever I'm on and off the court.
That's awesome. Well, you're a senior.
Yes.
What is your, like, kind of like ideal senior season here with the volleyball team? What do you have to do to get yourself ready for WDA and state?
I think we just got to keep building on every single game that we play. Like Max said in our last interview, we can't take any teams for granted. Like, we just went up to Turtle Mountain and beat them pretty good. So we just can't take any teams for granted. We just had to keep building every game and every practice to be where we want at the end of the season.
I love that. Practice is really what makes great players in matches. So Sydney Aberle, congratulations. Excellent job. Keep like being so fast all over the court. You're fun to watch.
Thank you so much.
Sydney Aberle, the Sport Clips MVP of the match. We'll have the rest of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up after this break on the PSP Network.
News. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a Sport Clip stylist.
Here.
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Welcome back to the remainder of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. They're already turning off the lights on us, so we got to keep this one quick. Let's summarize what happened today. Once again, Minot High tested early on, but they ride out the storm to a 3-0 win over Williston.
Yeah, they just lacked energy to come out of the locker room, really. And you heard Aberley talk a little bit about that they seem to have that slow start. That has to get fixed. That really has to get fixed against great teams. Like, you have got to be ready to rock and roll on point one. So, but they served so well. Minot High served so well, and then they really got that middle offense going. And I got to give, Aberley played well. She played well on both sides of the ball. That's why I felt like she was player of the match. But Walter played well offensively. Knudsen played really well offensively, and you could see that Duffner was clicking with those players. What needs to happen too is that outside ball, whether it's to Deshaw or to Shaw, has to become more and more consistent and more effective in terms of their offense. If they can get the outside balls clicking, man, like, watch out for Minot High if Knudsen, Walter, and Aberley have this high kill efficiency.
The schedule really picks up for Minot High. 2 nights from now, they'll play at home against Watford City, and then they'll take on 2 teams currently receiving votes in the media poll. Dickinson at home over the weekend, and then they travel for the first time in conference play to Bismarck. Sorry, they went to Belcourt recently, but Bismarck High next Thursday. So, yeah, those are some things that are going to need to be quick fixes for Minot High. Turning the page to Williston today, a team that, again, showed a lot of energy. They showed a lot of great play in the beginning part of set 1 and set number 2, but seemed to lose a little bit of energy there in set 3. What did you like, what you didn't like from the Coyotes tonight?
They need to just do a better job on serve receive. Although Minot High served aggressively, so you got to give them some credit as well, but serve receive has to be better. And then you got to, as an offensive player, keep balls in court. I think some ball, definitely in the middle of every single set, including set 3, which got away from them fast. You have got to keep balls in play. That's kind of critical to some changes that need to happen for Williston. And then you got to have Collings that really is ready to put the team on her back and kind of get every third ball and really get kills for them. But they're well coached, you can see that. And they play pretty good defense, right? I think their serve receive passing has to get better. And look for them to practice hard and get ready for their next match this week against Minot North.
Yes,
right?
The Sentinels will be in
Thursday.
John Cole Gymnasium there in Williston to finish out the week. All right, one more thing to take care of here on our post-game show, and that's the Serve Pro move of the game. You mentioned it earlier on. It was also made by our MVP of the match, Sydney Aberley.
Yeah, I would give a runner-up play to Couture, who's running in front of us here, Nicole. I think to end set 2, she had 2 huge digs. So credit to her, but really Aberley was all over the place. And that's, the one that I saw was that she had to reach to go and hit something that was practically behind her head for a first contact. Okay, that was amazing. That I would consider that the move of the game, but I also, like I said in the interview, she had to run a slide that was way outside, and then she comes back and gets a block. Her speed in the front row is really awesome, and honestly, it's going to be critical to see how well Minot High can do down the stretch and into playoffs.
Williston falls to 2-7 overall, 1-2 in conference play, while Minot High stays perfect against the WDA.
Yeah.
They're 4-5 overall, 3-0 to begin with. They will remain in a tie for first place tonight going into Thursday against the Watford City Wolves. A 3-0 start's got to be a great feeling, no matter who the opponents are.
Absolutely. They need to take that and celebrate that for sure and grow with it, right? Okay, we're 3-0. That's awesome. Let's go up against some of the big, tougher teams here in Bismarck, or what do they have this week?
Dickinson's going to be the first big test for Minot High.
Yeah, and I would say, play strong. Play, look at these wonderful moments tonight where serve receive was clicking, serving was clicking, touches on blocks was good, and their attack was moved around quite a bit. If they can continue to do those things, I think that's going to be great for their match against Dickinson.
25-21 in set 1, 25-16 in set 2, and 25-10 to close it all down for the Minot High Magets today. a 3-0 win over Williston. We'll be back on the air for WDA Volleyball on Saturday afternoon from Minot, Thursday evening from down in Bismarck. I hope you can join us then. But for Melissa Spelch and I'm Owen Patterson, our great PSP Network crew putting on the show tonight, have a good night, everybody.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.